Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency, a virtual currency designed to act as money and a form of payment outside the control of any one person, group, or entity, and thus removing the need for third-party involvement in financial transactions. It is rewarded to blockchain miners for the work done to verify transactions and can be purchased on several exchanges. These competitors either attempt to replace it as a payment system or are used as utility or security tokens in other blockchains and emerging financial technologies. Today, at least, this domain is WhoisGuard protected, meaning the identity of the person who registered it is not public information. This is also known as the Genesis block and contains the text, "The Times January 3, 2009 Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks," perhaps proof that the block was mined on or after that date, and maybe also as relevant political commentary. Bitcoin rewards are halved every 210,000 blocks. For example, the block reward was 50 new Bitcoins in 2009. If necessary, and if the participating miners accept the change, Bitcoin could eventually be made divisible to even more decimal places. For example, if you own a Bitcoin, you can use your cryptocurrency wallet to send smaller portions of that Bitcoin as payment for goods or services. Cryptocurrencies are part of a blockchain and the network required to power it. A blockchain is a distributed ledger, a shared database that stores data. Data within the blockchain are secured by encryption methods. When a transaction takes place on the blockchain, information from the previous block is copied to a new block with the new data, encrypted, and the transaction is verified by validators, called miners, in the network. When a transaction is verified, a new block is opened, and a Bitcoin is created and given as a reward to the miners who verified the data within the block. They are then free to use it, hold it, or sell it. Bitcoin uses the SHA-256 hashing algorithm to encrypt the data stored in the blocks on the blockchain. Simply put, transaction data stored in a block is encrypted into a 256-bit hexadecimal number. That number contains all of the transaction data and information linked to the blocks before that block. Data linked between blocks is what led to the ledger being called the blockchain. Transactions are placed into a queue to be validated by miners within the network. Miners in the Bitcoin blockchain network call attempt to verify the same transaction simultaneously. The mining software and hardware work to solve the nonce, a 4-byte number included in the block header that miners are attempting to solve. The block header is hashed, or randomly regenerated by a miner repeatedly until it meets a target number specified by the blockchain. The block header is solved, and a new block is created for more transactions to be encrypted and verified. However, as it became more popular, more miners joined the network, which lowered the chances of being the one to solve the hash. You can still use your personal computer as a miner if it has newer hardware, but the chances of solving a hash individually are minuscule. This is because you're competing with a network of miners that generate around 220 quintillion hashes, 220 exahashes, per second. You can use your existing personal computer to use mining software compatible with Bitcoin and join a mining pool. Mining pools are groups of miners that combine their computational power to compete with the large ASIC mining farms. If you have the financial means, you could also purchase an ASIC miner. If you don't want to mine Bitcoin, it can be bought using a cryptocurrency exchange. For example, you can buy Bitcoin on Coinbase by creating an account and funding it. However, its use cases are growing due to its increasing value and competition from other blockchains and cryptocurrencies. To use your Bitcoin, you need to have a cryptocurrency wallet. Wallets hold the private keys to the Bitcoin you own, which need to be entered when you're conducting a transaction. Bitcoin is accepted as a means of payment for goods and services at many merchants, retailers, and stores. Brick-and-mortar stores that accept cryptocurrencies will generally display a sign that says Bitcoin accepted here. The transactions can be handled with the requisite hardware terminal or wallet address through QR codes and touchscreen apps. investors and speculators became interested in Bitcoin as it grew in popularity. Between 2009 and 2017, cryptocurrency exchanges emerged that facilitated Bitcoin sales and purchases. Many people believed Bitcoin prices would keep climbing and began buying them to hold. Traders began using cryptocurrency exchanges to make short-term trades, and the market took off. Speculative investors have been drawn to Bitcoin after its rapid price appreciation in recent years. Thus, many people purchase Bitcoin for its investment value rather than its ability to act as a medium of exchange. For example, many investor alerts have been issued by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, FINRA, and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, CFPB, regarding Bitcoin investing. It takes an average of 10 minutes for the mining network to validate a block and create the reward. This works out to be about 100 seconds for 1 BTC to be mined. Bitcoin has a short investing history filled with very volatile prices. The Bitcoin network of miners make money from Bitcoin by successfully validating blocks and being rewarded. Bitcoins are exchangeable for fiat currency via cryptocurrency exchanges and can be used to make purchases from merchants and retailers that accept them.